Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. You are tuning into Launch, Brand, and Build, the key to personalizing your business. I'm super excited that you're here. My name is Sheena Byrtus. I am one of your Canadian Board of Directors members, and I could not be more excited that you are tuning in to this fabulous content. So, I'm going to go ahead and tell you a little bit about me before we get started, give you some time to refill your water, grab a pen and a notepad, and get yourself situated so that we can get going. So, I've been in business for almost 8 years. Pure Romance is my full time job. I am super excited to be developing and creating content for our amazing Canadian market. Hashtag grow the nation. Um, like I said, this is my full-time job. This is what I do. I have the honor and utmost privilege of leading the Triple F Threat, an amazing group of women, of business partners. And I am so excited to share this with you. So I hope that you are ready and that you are just as excited as I am. So before we get started, I want to go ahead and give you kind of a breakdown of what we're going to be going over and let you know that if you start to feel a little bit overwhelmed about the content in this training, to not panic. Okay. First of all, feel free to take screenshots of things. You're also going to be able to access more information and more broken down content on the training.pureromance.com site. So don't panic if you're looking for a little bit more of a broader content, you'll be able to grab that. Okay. So, in this training today, we're going to talk a little bit about new consultant orientation. We're going to talk about how to create goals to share with your sponsor or leader. We're going to talk about how to get your VIP group set up. We're going to talk about how to announce and launch your business. And we are going to start talking about personalizing your VIP group as well. So, I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to the family. Here we go. So, when you first start your Pure Romance business, you're going to get a couple emails. And in those emails are going to be some links to checklists and training opportunities for you. These are all put in place to help you start your business. Now, we're going to talk about checklists. We're going to talk about team groups, and we're going to talk about how all of these things are going to be advantageous to your business and the special ways that you are going to put them into play so that you can really maximize all of the resources that are out there for you without getting overwhelmed. So let's start with your checklist. Whether you click on the link in the email or you log into pureromance.com and click on the little personal person guy up at the top. You click on that and you log in. You're going to go ahead and click on the pink box that says new consultant start here. Okay. When you click on this, it's going to bring up a checklist. Your checklist is separated into two to three different sections. You definitely want to take some time and go ahead and go through this. Okay. So you want to make sure that you are putting aside a pocket of time where you can be focused on this orientation, on this checklist. Okay. Just like if you were to sign up and work at Home Depot or Michael's or Superstore, wherever, right? They're going to take you through an orientation process. You're going to be sitting in front of a computer or in front of a cashier till, right? And you're going to be learning how the technological stuff works. That's what this is. This is helping taking you through your back office or your COO, which is your consultant online office, back end. All those terms mean the same thing. It's going to take you through how to set up your information so that people can shop with you, so that you have contact information with corporate. It's going to send you through and make sure that your website is set up. It's going to talk to you about Pure Romance Pay. Okay. It's going to talk to you about how to set up Square so that you can take credit cards. It's going to take you through all of that information. Okay. Now, what this checklist is also going to do is it's going to help you to start compartmentalizing. You are going to feel like you just popped into a black hole when it comes to our training site. So our training site is training.pureromance.com. And this is going to help you whether you're just starting your business or whether you've been in business for a while. But here's the thing. There's so much content that is involved on this website. When you go to the website, you're going to see the headings at the top and you might feel a little bit overwhelmed, and that's okay. Anything that has a checklist, you're going to want to maximize that, okay? Because a checklist helps you to stay focused on exactly what's in front of you and to follow those steps that are going to help you to build the business that you're trying to build, regardless of how big you want to build. Okay. But this checklist is definitely something that I would focus on for the first 2 weeks in your business. It's going to help you set up all that back end information. It's going to help you launch your business. It's literally going to see, like you can see on my screen right now, that you are going to be able to copy and paste the words. Like corporate is giving you the words to launch your business. Okay. And it's also going to take it one step further to make sure that you know how to place orders, that you know how your Pure Romance website works, that you know how to place an order through your back end, your COO, your back office. Okay. It's going to give you everything that you need to get started. Now, the other thing that it's going to do is it's going to teach you to follow the steps. Our business is not complicated. There are 3 pillars. You're booking parties, you're selling product, and you're sharing the opportunity with other like-minded women who want to join your organization. Okay. And sometimes because there's so much content and so many different ways that you can book, sell, and share, that can seem really overwhelming. So, like I said earlier, anytime that there's a checklist available to you, utilize it, maximize it. And it's really going to help you to stay focused in on what you need to be concentrating on, compartmentalizing, and moving everything else out to the side. So let's talk a little bit about team groups. Chances are, when you were added in to your team group, you might have felt a little bit overwhelmed, right? You're going to hear me use this word quite often because as a new consultant, you are literally being hammered with content and material and people. And overwhelmed is kind of the only word that we can use to describe all of those feelings that you're feeling because you're super excited, right? You're like, oh my God, let's do this. But you're also a little bit nervous because you want this to do well. You want to make money, you want to make friends, you want to have fun, right? But you also want to do this properly. And sometimes all of that in itself can be really overwhelming. So that's what we're doing today. We're breaking it down into bite-sized chunks, into little nuggets that you're going to be able to absorb, digest, and build. So team groups are definitely something that you want to take advantage of. Okay. You've probably been added into your sponsor or your uplines groups. You can see here that we are featuring 5 different groups and they all look different, right? Now, here's a similarity between all of these groups. All of these groups contain cheerleaders. All of these groups contain support systems, and all of these groups contain magic. Let me tell you what I mean. Each of these groups is filled with team members who want nothing but the best for you. They want to see you succeed. They want to celebrate the success. They want to be with you and giving you information and giving you content that is going to help you to build. Okay. Now, what you want to be aware of is that this is magic. Okay. Each of these groups is a buffet, and you might have been added to more than one group when you first started your business, but you want to utilize the information that's in each of these groups. So I want you to think about Facebook groups kind of like a food court. Okay. You are going to go and find the place that you want to eat at, right? Whatever you're craving that day. Maybe it's like DQ, or you want some awesome Chinese food, or you want pizza, whatever it is, right? You're going to go to that spot and you are going to feed that craving. Facebook groups are the same thing. Okay. Now, in your team group, that's a food court or a buffet by itself. Okay. So it's going to give you all of the content that you need, which is why it's magic, because it's everything in one place versus multiple groups being multiple places to eat. Does that make sense? So your team group is one big food court in itself. You're going to want to take advantage of that buffet, and you are going to go through that group in whatever cravings that you have to feed that booking craving, or to feed that sell craving, or to feed that sharing the opportunity craving. Okay. Now, because this is a food court, because this is a buffet, you get to pick and choose what you want to use, which is going to add into your brand. It's going to help you to personalize your business to you. Like I said, our business isn't hard. You're booking parties, you're selling product, you're sharing the opportunity, but you're going to do it with a you flair, right? Like I'm going to do it with a Sheena flair, just like Amber Taylor, the leader of the Sizzling Divas, right? She's going to do it with the Amber flair. Or Vicky Gower, leader of the Divas on Fire, she's going to do it with Vicky flair, right? You're also going to notice that all of the leaders that are featured here, we've all been in for at least 8 years. Okay. But you can see that there's differences going on here too. You can see the differences in the leaders just in the team groups that are featured here, right? So I'm a pretty type A personality. I like my team to know what's going on. So you can see there that the Triple F Threat June Fierce formula, those are our goals for the month. Those are the important dates that I want my team to be aware of and the contests that they need to be aware of throughout the month, right? So for me, that works. That works for our team. That works the way that I lead them. You can also see that Kelsey Templeman, the All-Star Squad leader, and then we've got Coralie Lynch with the Good Vibe Nation. They've got recognition. They're celebrating their team's successes from the previous months, right? Like these two women are huge cheerleaders of their downlines. Not to say that the other ones aren't. But they're celebrating their ladies. And then you've got solid team representation with the sizzling divas with Amber Taylor, and you've got Divas on Fire with Vicky. So you can see there that that's a solid team representation, right? We've got our team logo, we've got a team mission statement, we've got the Divas on Fire with their components that make up their team mission statement. You can see Vicky there. Up in the top corner, you can see a picture of the team. So just in the representation of the cover photos of these groups, you can see how things are going to change depending on that person who's running that group, right? So again, magic, buffet, take what you need. Now, here's a bigger buffet. Here's a huge food court, which is our Canada group. Our Canada group is literally going to take all of the teams in Canada and put us all into one space. It seems pretty cool, hey? Yeah. So this is what this is going to do. It's going to allow you to access all of the brilliant minds of the consultants that are in the Canada market. Okay, which means it's a huge buffet. There's even more for you to select from. There's more things for you to sample. There's more cravings for you to adopt. Okay. It also means that we are building a sisterhood. So you feel supported in your team group, right? You feel like, yes, these women are here to cheer me on. They're super excited for my success, just like I am for theirs. Now multiply that by like 10,000, and that's what the Canada group is, because there's more people in the group. There's more cheerleaders there. There's more content there, which means the sisterhood is going to be bigger. Now, the other thing that's super cool with the Canada group is that your group might only take up a certain amount of geographical space. The Canada group is nationwide. So I'm going to throw out an example of why the Canada group is pretty cool when it comes to geography. Let's say that you signed up, but your sponsor isn't in your city or isn't in your province. Excuse me. You're going to be able to find other people who are in the same geographical vicinity as you, which is going to help, because sometimes it's nice to have somebody in your general area to go for coffee with, or to swap product with, or to have that physical support system. So that's where the Canada group comes into things. You're going to be able to start building connections and network with everybody around the country, not just with the women on your team. And that's going to extend to the other markets, like the Australian market and the Puerto Rico market and the American USA market as well, when we go to things like national training and world convention and things like that too. Okay. Now, one thing I want to make clear about the Canada group is you are going to notice that there are some corporate staff members in our group. This is important. We want them there. Okay. We want to be able to receive corporate announcements from people like Aaron Harris, who is our head of product development, or shout out to Matt Brisbane, who is our warehouse manager over in Ontario. We want those people to be in our group. We want them to be able to share corporate announcements and corporate content with us. One thing that I do want to make sure that you are aware of is we don't want to be tagging these corporate members. Okay. Facebook is not the proper platform to be addressing concerns that you might have that need corporate assistance. You want to make sure that you're utilizing that support portal, and you want to make sure that you're calling in to the customer service line or the consultant services line. Okay. And the reason for that is because we want to make sure that we are creating some awesome content, and we are creating a unity within our market in the Facebook group, but you also want to make sure that if you need help with something, that you have a paper trail when it comes to what you need help with. And submitting a ticket through the portal will give corporate that paper trail to follow back to make sure that they can help you. Okay. Or calling in, our calls are recorded. So that's going to help to make sure that your concern or whatever you've submitted has backup information that can be followed through so that people can touch base with you and we can make sure that whatever you need help with is resolved. Okay. So let's keep the Canada group an amazing group of content, sisterhood, celebration, and sharing. All right. One more thing about Facebook groups, and this has to do with every single group that you join, whether it's for personal pleasure or for business. I want you to think about three different things when it comes to Facebook groups. So, the first thing I want you to think about is the mindset that you are put in when you go into that group. So, is this a group that is just for funsies? Is this a group where you are like, maybe it's like a fun mom group or like an inappropriate girls club group or like something like that, right? It's a fun group that maybe eases your stress, makes you laugh. It's one of those mindless scrolling things. That's okay. But I also want you to think about the group that you're in and if it serves you. Is it uplifting in some way? Is it providing you with things that are going to feed your soul? If the answer to that is no, then you need to exit that group and you need to trash it. Don't go back in. If it's not feeding your soul, if it's all about drama, if you find that your heartbeat picks up and not necessarily a good way when you go into that group, that is not an environment that you want to be in. Okay. It's not something that is going to feed your soul. It's not something that is going to push you to the purpose of whatever it is that you were hoping to get out of that group. Okay. The other thing I want you to think about is the environment in that group. What are the other people in that group like? Are they serving you? Are they providing you with an amazing experience in terms of like, what are you getting out of the group, right? You think about the quotes about flowers, right? If flower is growing, they don't care about the flower growing next to them. They care about the environment that they're in so that they can flourish together, right? Facebook groups are the same thing. If you are in a group that you find is just to be a drainer, it's not an energizer for you, it's not helping that inner flower grow, get out of it, trash it. You don't need to be there. Okay. And the last thing I want you to think about is representation. And this is solely to do with the business. So I want you to think about the different Facebook groups that you might be a part of when it comes to your business. What type of representation do those groups have? Okay. Are they helping move your business forward? Are they giving you a proper representation of the branding that you want to carry forward with your business? Specifically, image sharing groups. You want to make sure that you are, if you're going to be in those groups, that you're following corporate guidelines and the contract that you signed, which means you are not going to grab an image unless it's specifically approved by corporate marketing staff that has the Pure Romance logo on it. Okay. It's super important that you're not just slapping the Pure Romance logo on whatever it is that you create. Pure Romance works very hard with representation of branding to make sure that it is put forward properly in a way that represents the business. And you should be thinking about the same thing when it comes to your business. So you can put your personal logo on whatever you'd like. So for example, my personal logo is PR with Sheena Byrtus. Okay. So I can put that on whatever I want. I don't need that approved by corporate. I'm not using a corporate logo that has Pure Romance or the Pure Romance heart in it. So I don't need to get that corporate approved. Okay. But I also want to think about what I'm putting my brand on. I want to think about that image. What does that image represent? Is it borderline inappropriate? Is it borderline trashy? Is that something that I'm going to want to look up a year from now that has my logo or my website on it? So I want you to really think about that. I'm not saying don't share things that are funny or borderline inappropriate. I'm saying be aware and cautious of what you're putting your brand on. Okay. And those are two different things. So let's talk about why you're here. Why Pure Romance? Okay. Why did you choose this adventure? Most people join something like this: Pure Romance, multi level marketing, direct sales, party planning, whatever blanket you want to put on it. Most people join this for one of three reasons: they join for money, fun, and friends. Okay. I want you to think about why you decided to join. If you've been in for a while, I want you to think about why you decided to stay. Okay. And if you're watching this training and you have been in for a while, I want you to shift your mindset if you feel like you're not getting anything out of this personally to a leader perspective of how you can take this content and share with your team to help them grow. So, did you join for money? Did you join for fun? Did you join for friends? I know for myself, when I joined, I was 23. I was in my final year of university and I needed money. Okay. I have a degree in anthropology and literature. I use my degree every single day. Okay. I form proper sentences. I use proper grammar. I write out all of my own marketing for things, and I get to study female culture and female sexual culture every single day. So I use my degree every single day. And there are definitely other ways that I could be making money. Right. I mean, we totally have fun with parties. We have fun with our team, right? But I could go somewhere else and have fun too. I've made such amazing friends with this business that have turned into family 100%, but I could get that somewhere else too. So why pure romance? I think that's really important for you to know because it's going to help you move forward with how you're connecting with your clients, how you're connecting with your team. So I know for me, I thought that this was pretty cool when I first started. I actually didn't know that this existed. And when I Googled fast, easy paying jobs, this popped up. And I filled out the whole I want to know more information. And then I had a really awesome conversation. And I realized that I want this because I'm super comfortable talking about sex, but a lot of people aren't. I'm super comfortable talking about sexual pleasure and how to obtain that and how to have sexual empowerment. But a lot of people aren't. So for me, pure romance was just like, yes. Why would I not do this? I am 110% about the empowerment of people with their sexuality. And this is a way that I can do that. So I want you to think about why pure romance. Why did you choose that? Regardless of the reason for joining, whether that was money, friends, fun, why pure romance? Because that's going to be super important. Now, once you've isolated the money, fun, friends, whatever it was, the reason that you joined, I want you to dig a little bit deeper. And you can dig into all three of these categories because, yeah, if you joined for money, 110% you're making some awesome cash. Okay. But you're also having fun while you're doing it and you're making friends. So everything kind of molds together. But I want you to dig deeper into each category. So for money, is this something that you're doing to help pay the bills? Is this a supplemental income thing? Is this going to be something that is part of your financial plan in terms of this helping you save money, helping you pay bills? Like, where is the money going? I want you to think about that because that's going to help to contribute to your goals, which we're going to talk about. I also want you to think about the fun, right? Like, how do you have fun at your job? You're doing parties, you're doing team events, you're doing VIP events, right? How are you making friends? Your team, your clients, make no mistake, your clients will become your friends. Okay. Other consultants, networking events. There are so many different things that play into these three categories. So really stop and think about those and how you can make the most out of each of those categories to help build your pure romance business. So when it comes to building your business, goals are super important. Regardless if you want to build your business big, huge, you want to have $1 million team, you want to have multiple leaders on your team, whatever it is. Or if you're just doing this for you, if you just want an extra $500 a month and you want to be able to spend that however you want, it doesn't matter. Goals are important regardless of how big you're building because goals are going to allow you to stay accountable to what you're searching for, but they're also going to take off some pressure. So let me tell you what I mean. Normally, people set goals in three categories: a personal category, a family category, and a business category. Okay. So in this case, we could be talking about things like a personal fitness or health goal, or maybe you want to read 100 books in the year. Family goals could be things like Education for your child. Maybe it's a financial family goal. Maybe it's spending more time together. Also, family can have to do with your partner or your spouse as well, having that once a month date night, whether that's in or out or what have you, but it's separate from the rest of your family, that dedicated time to your partner. Your business goals could be things like, how much do I want to sell in a month? How much do I want to make in a month? How many people do I want to add to my organization? Okay. The two screenshots that you're looking at right now are the dream profile and the I am a goal digger sheet. These are both uploaded onto the Canada board, so feel free to grab them. Set a pocket of time aside. Okay, set a pocket of time aside where everything else is away. You don't need to focus on it, and you can go ahead and fill these out. You're going to fill these out for yourself. You're also going to fill these out for your sponsor or your leader. Okay, you want to have people in your corner, but people can't properly cheer for you if they don't know what they are cheering for. And we definitely don't, as a leader, I definitely don't want anybody to feel overwhelmed by the positivity and the rah rah that I'm handing out to them. So if I know what their goals are, then I am better equipped to help them reach them, which also means that I'm going to help to hold you accountable for those goals too. Now, don't let that scare you, because the other flip side to this is, what if you were having a not so great month, right? What if you were having a hard time? And at the end of the month, you go back and you look at your I am a goal digger sheet, which is your monthly goal list. And you look at this and you go through and you're ticking the things off you're ticking the things off the list that you were able to accomplish. And you go and you look back and there's 6 boxes there. And maybe you were able to tick off 4 out of those 6 boxes. That's pretty awesome. You got those things done. You did that. That is a validation of what you did. And because you are an entrepreneur, your business is going to go whoop, 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 whoop. And that's going to be a little bit scary and a little bit overwhelming and a hell of a lot frustrating sometimes. Okay. So being able to go back and look at your goals for the month and see what you did accomplish in those 3 categories, personal, family, business, that's really going to help you to stay consistent with your business and to help you stay focused on why you're here. All right. You guys ready to talk about a VIP group? All right. So why should you be creating a VIP group? First of all, we are all operating under the Pure Romance umbrella. We're all selling the same product. We are all focusing on the same amazing things that our product does, but we are all different. Right? We talked about the individualization of the leader groups that you saw earlier, right? This also goes down to a deeper level of your personal branding as well. Okay. So a VIP group is going to allow you to be yourself. It's going to allow you to create a brand that is solely you. It's also going to allow you to stay connected, build relationships, and follow up with your clients. Okay. These things all go together. So following up with your clients doesn't necessarily have to look like a million phone calls, calling somebody to refill on their Coochie shave cream or their body dew. Following up could be creating that content within your VIP group, creating that comfort level where you make a post asking if somebody needs a refill on something and they are contacting you. Okay. It can also mean that you're building relationships with your clients, which is super important. You don't want to be just another person on the other side of the screen. You want to create a space where your clients are comfortable talking to you, where they know that you have a personality. For example, my clients know that I am a Starbucks person. This is part of my brand. Okay. And I sometimes, if I'm having a really hard day, and I've shared that with my group, I've made friends with my clients and I've received gift cards via email to Starbucks when I'm having a really bad day, because I have created that brand. I've created that community and people are super comfortable and they know that I'm a human being. And that's really important. So feel free to share fun things on your VIP group. Feel free to not have to be perfect so that you can build those relationships. So let's talk about your VIP group. So to create a group, it's super simple. You're just going to click on the group icon at the top of your desktop. And then on the right-hand side, you're going to click create new group. Okay. You're going to be able to decide on a name. You're going to create a cover photo and you're going to put your group description in. So it's really easy, but let's break it down a little bit. Okay. So once you've gone and clicked on the group icon and clicked on the create new group on your Facebook, you're going to go ahead and that pop-up is going to come up. And you want to decide on a group name. Okay. Now, when it comes to a group name, you want to keep things simple. Okay. Super important that you're keeping things as simple as possible. You also want to make sure that whatever you're naming your group is easy to remember, because this is going to be part of your branding and it's going to extend into your other social media accounts. So for example, of our 3 pictures here, the top picture, excuse me, is my normal VIP group cover photo. Okay. My VIP group is called PR with Sheena Byrtus. You can see that under the Beach Me Up photo. And then usually I have a sub name happening as well. So on a normal time where I'm not having a flash sale, my sub name would be VIP Squad Girls Club. Right now, because I'm having a flash sale, my sub name is Beach Me Up Sale June 13th. You can change your you can change your group name. Okay. So you can change it every 28 days. So don't panic, but definitely make sure that when you're typing in your group name, everything's spelled correctly. Okay. Now, the picture that you are incorporating into your VIP group should have 3 things. It should have your face, it should have the name of your group, and it should have your website. Let me tell you why. 80% of people are more likely to shop with somebody whose face that they can see. So if somebody can see your face, then they are 80% more likely to shop with you versus a logo. Okay, which is why it's super important that you follow that checklist that we talked about setting up your website and you upload a photo. The other thing is, when somebody joins a VIP group, they want to know what they're joining. So PR with Sheena Byrtus is right there. It's in the middle, it's there. And my website is also there too. So if they don't know what PR is, or if they don't know why they've been invited to this group, they can also check out my website. Okay. And this is also going to lead into group description, which we're going to talk about next. Now, you'll also notice in the bottom left there, that's my Instagram handle. My Instagram handle is the same, PR with Sheena Byrtus, okay? You wanna make sure that whatever it is that you're creating is simple, it's professional, it's easy to spell, and it's easy to remember. So that when somebody types in your stuff, all of your socials are gonna pop up, okay? So let's talk a little bit about a group description. Have you ever been added to a random group and you're like, what is this? Why am I here? And then you look for the group description and there's nothing there. And the last post that was posted has nothing to do with whatever it is that you've been added to. And you're just super confused and you don't know why you're there. Okay, so that's why a group description is super important. So we've got 3 different examples. Each of these examples all contain a what is this group? Why are you here? And what can you expect? So the first one is my group description, PR with Sheena Byrtus. This is a private group for Sheena's pure romance clients, a group for sexual health and wellness mindsets, female empowerment, motivational and inspirational vibes, borderline inappropriate memes, and all over badassery. Okay, now because I'm having my flash sale, I do have some extra information in there. So everything that's in cap locks would not normally be there unless I was having my flash sale. And then underneath there, it says, thanks for being here, Sheena XOXO. Okay. We've also got 2 other examples. So welcome to Cassie's Pure Romance VIP Lounge. This group is designed for women that are interested in everything that Pure Romance has to offer. Do you want exclusive deals, sexual health tips and trivia, fun games and laughs? If you answered yes to any of the above, welcome. And I'm so happy to have you here. So again, we know what the group is. We know why we're there and we know what to expect. At the bottom, we have Jen Mast. Welcome. This is a group for my VIP clients and customers. It's a space to keep you up to date on the latest products and give you all incredible deals to thank you for supporting my business. Your purchases directly help my family and I appreciate you for that. To purchase product, book a party, or find out more about the business opportunity, feel free to contact me via private message or by calling or texting me. And then she has her phone number listed. She also has her website link there too. So all 3 of us have been in business for at least 5 years. Now, you can see that we all have those 3 same steps, but we also have our personal flair. This is important. This is your personal branding. So you're still going to follow the template, but you're going to make sure that this matches up with how you would normally speak and how you would normally present yourself. So let's talk about announcing your business. Now that your VIP group is set up and ready to start inviting people in, you want to make sure that people know what you're doing. So I want you to think about how you're going to announce this on your social media and where you're going to post. I highly suggest that you are announcing on your public page. However, I do 110% respect any anonymity that you have to keep should you need to keep this a little bit more under wraps because of your day job and the sensitivity that it might bring. respect 100%. So if you are going to be announcing your new business adventure on social media, this is how you're going to do it. You're going to post your first teaser. Oh my goodness. Your first teaser. Okay. And you want to make sure that you're posting a selfie. Remember, 80% of people will buy from a person versus a logo. Start getting comfortable with taking pictures of yourself. Okay. Also, don't take pictures of yourself with your camera at level. You want to go up a little bit. Okay. It really helps with the whole double chin situation. It makes you feel better about those selfies. So you're going to want to go ahead and post a selfie image. Okay. And this is your first 48 hours to start the buzz. This thing is going to take about 2 days to announce. Okay. If you already have your kit with you when you do decide to announce that you're doing this, then you can take a picture with the kit. If you want to announce that you have done this before your kit arrives, or maybe you signed up with the $24.99 social seller or the $19.99 social seller, you can 110% take a photo without the kit. So you decide what works best for you, and then you're going to go ahead and post that verbiage that's down at the bottom of the screen. You're not going to believe what I just did. Can't wait to share publicly, and I promise I will soon. In the meantime, if you must know, DM me and I will tell you. Here's the thing. You are creating curiosity in an ethical, non-mysterious way. Okay. I know that you don't want to be that spammy person. You don't want to be anything that has to do with a stereotypical person who's starting their new at-home adventure. So promise me that you will follow these tips so that we can set you up for success. So your second post, okay, this is going to be the day that you receive your kit. If you haven't already downloaded the My UPS app, go ahead and do that. It's going to help you to track your package. So you're going to post the preview of your business kit. So again, if you got a kit, you can post with product. If you didn't get a kit, it's okay. You can still post a selfie. There are some examples to the left of the screen there. So you want to make sure that whatever you're posting, it is either holding a product, pointing at the image. You can totally download this image. You're just going to go to training.pureromance.com and you are going to click on the checklist. At the bottom of the checklist, it's going to take you through how to launch your business. Okay. So you want to make sure that whatever you're posting, nobody can see the Pure Romance name. You're still creating that curiosity. So this is going to be your 24 hours after the second post. So this is your second day, right? Now you're going to go live with your big announcement. Okay. I know that going live can be a little bit scary and it makes you really nervous, and that's okay. You could be the most confident person in the world and still be nervous to go live. Here's the thing. We talked about how you want to start building relationships, right? We talked about how you want to humanize yourself, right? Okay, going live is the best way to do that. Going live is going to put you out of your comfort zone. This is where amazing, phenomenal things happen. This is where you're going to grow. Okay. Now, the other thing is when you go live, you're also creating more of an audience that people are going to be tuning into. So it's going to help with your algorithms on Facebook, which are important because you want people to see your stuff. So when you go live, you want to make sure that you're sharing what you did. You're a Pure Romance consultant. You started this adventure. This is super excited. Okay. We also talked about why you wanted to join. Why did you decide to do Pure Romance? So share that. Share what you're excited about and show a couple of your favorite products. Okay. If you got an actual kit, you're going to go ahead and have your kit sitting next to you and you're going to showcase about 3 or 4 products out of that kit. If you sign up with the social seller, nobody is saying that you cannot take one of your personal items. So for example, I am in love with the Healing Nourish lotion. It is on my desk. I use it every day, twice a day, I'm obsessed. Okay. So I could take this and I could talk about this on the screen. Okay. That's totally fine. But you want to talk about your product, right? You're not being this mysterious, oh my God, DM me because you want to know the name of my business or you want to know about the product. No, you are going to be showcasing everything up front. You are operating an ethical business. Okay. So go ahead and make sure that you are having a call to action at the end of your video. Okay. You want to invite people to join that VIP group, the one that you spent a lot of time creating, right? You want to invite them to join your group. All right. So you've announced your business. You have launched your VIP group. Now what? you're going to go ahead and plan a launch party. Okay. And then you're going to start personalizing your group with content. So when you plan your launch party, we're briefly going to go over this. This is a whole other training. There is a checklist available to you on the training.pureromance.com site. Please, if you need more information about launching your party, do that. Okay. Go there and go through that checklist. So this can be super simple, or this could be a longer event. It's 100% up to you and what you're comfortable with. Okay. But the main keys are, you want to make sure that you go live at least once during your launch party, and you want to make sure that you're encouraging people to add their friends into the VIP group. So you're growing your group, and you want to make sure that you're promoting your website. With our new way to get paid, which is our Pure Romance Pay, you want to make sure that you are promoting that website, because you're going to get paid a lot faster. Okay. Now, you can also take this one step further when you're promoting the website, and the first 5 to 10 people who shop your website first will then get a shop 5 or shop 10 code to use on a future purchase. So this is creating a client loyalty within your business as well. So let's talk about personalizing your group. So we're talking about some theme days, right? So I like to do a this or that day. We have a Thirsty Thursday day. We have a Self-Care Sunday day. I apologize in advance. That's my kiddo. We also are going to be taking you through some different things to share on your group. Okay. So we've got the this or that. So this is a product concentrated post. So what that means is it's going to concentrate on 2 different products that you want your clients to choose between. This is going to encourage more information about the products. It's also going to encourage people to interact on your group. Thirsty Thursday is something that I like posting. It gets people ready for the weekend. So I always have a sex position, and then I have a drink of choice as well. So that's just something super fun. And then I've also introduced Self-Care Sunday. So this is something that actually helps to normalize things that are going on in the world right now. So with COVID, it's been a year and a half of some intense stuff happening, right? Which means that some people need mental health to be recognized and normalized. And I'm one of those people. So I introduced Self-Care Sunday, and we talk about different things in regards to mental health and how to make sure that people are able to relate to those things. Now, you want to make sure that you're using the scheduling feature that's on Facebook for this. It's free. If you want to pay for an outside source for scheduling, 100% go ahead and Google some of those choices. But right now, as a new consultant, we want to make sure that you're saving money and making money. So use the freebies that are available to you. Next, you want to make sure that you are putting some sexual wellness and education in there too, right? You want to make sure that you are promoting a big part of what our company is. And that's making sure that extra sexual health and education information is out there. So you want to make sure that whatever you are posting is a reputable source. The Patty Brism Foundation is absolutely amazing. And there are some great sources that you can find on the internet as well. So things like Wellness Wednesday is something that I do frequently. I grab articles from The Buzz. This one featured was information about endometriosis, which was a great conversation starter as well. You see that Cassie posted in her group too about masturbation and hangovers. So just like a fun fact type of thing. And then you can also incorporate other things that have to do with sexual health and wellness as well. So for example, I have a lot of women in my group that are part of the kink community, the BDSM community, right? So I introduced the ABCs of fetishes. You can Google it and you can grab those and share those every, like on a theme day, should you choose. So we have Fetish Fridays where we go through the ABCs of the kink world. All right. You also want to make sure that you are having one or more personal events in your team group a month. This is going to help to guarantee that you have at least one party a month. Okay. This is going to be something that you put on for your VIPs. People are going to want to add their friends to the group so that they can participate too. So some of the examples that you see below is a Disney trivia. So Cassie did a Disney trivia on her group. I did a sex trivia night, which was super successful as well. You can also do birthdays. Everybody has a birthday, right? There's birthdays every single month. So you could totally do a birthday party every month as well. Also, you guys, don't forget to have fun. Okay. Don't forget to have fun with your clients. Try out the products. Show them that you are using the products that you're telling them to use. Okay. I know that I have personal favorites 110%. And sometimes it can feel kind of awkward sharing your own testimonials, but sharing testimonials about the mild product should be something that you're doing frequently, especially if you're testing out the product. You can also get a little bit more crazy when it comes to things like the swing, right? Our frequent flyer swing or the sexy spreader, or things like that. It's really easy for you to do a live and showcase how those products work. People are looking at these products in the catalog, and some things need a little bit more of an explanation. So why not take the time and take your clients through how they work? Okay. And then when somebody has a question about something, it's really easy for you to just go back in your group and tag them in it. And that's going to resurface that post. More people are going to look at it, more people are going to want to purchase that item, and away you go in that super awesome cycle. So you also want to make sure that you're encouraging participation. You want people to interact on your group. Okay. And one of the ways that you can do that is by turning on the post approval in your group and having people post in the group. The post approval is going to allow you to make sure that you are approving what's being posted in your group so that you can get rid of things that maybe don't match with your brand or you don't want to be posted in your group. Now, I encourage my clients to post when they receive their product. I want to make sure that they receive their product, but also I want them to brag about the product too. We have amazing product, you guys, and you are having people purchase this, and more people are going to want to purchase more things when they see that other people are buying too. So having people post that they have purchased, that they have received their purchase product, or posting reviews or things like that, those are things that you definitely want to encourage on your group as well. So, along with participation, there are different things that you can post that will encourage people to comment. Things like predictive text posts, having interactive posts of like, what's the worst Easter candy, right? You can have these things themed. And then the this or that is a great way to introduce product into more of that engagement style as well. So, you survived the training. Yay. I hope you got some really awesome nuggets. We talked a little bit about NCO, our new consultant orientation, and why orientation is important to launching your business. We talked about goals and how those goals are going to be essential in helping you to grow that empire, however big you want to grow. And we talked about how to launch and announce your business to the world and be super excited about it. And then we started that conversation about personalizing your VIP group. So I hope that you got everything that you needed out of this. I hope that this sparked some super excitement for you, that is getting the gears moving, and you are just super excited to keep going. So if you have any questions, if you need help, please feel free to reach out to your sponsor. And I hope that you guys have an absolutely amazing day.